April 26, 2013, it was just after 11 o'clock. A customer walked into the gas station you see behind me looking to buy some gas and couldn't find anyone tending the register in the store. It was the moment they realized Jessica Heeringa was gone. He called 911, and that's when the investigation began. It's almost been a year now since Jessica was kidnapped, and tonight, no new evidence, no new leads, and now investigators are desperate for tips, for answers, for the truth. Police releasing some new information today to spark interest in hopes someone will come forward. And joining us live in Norton Shores tonight, 24-Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks. You spoke with the chief today. He's as frustrated as anybody. They can't get a crack in this case. Absolutely. What did he have to say?
Absolutely. It's been a long year for them, a long year for this family. They've been waiting so long for answers, but the chief certainly wanted to assure that this case is still red hot and still priority #1 here in Norton Shores. Here we are almost a year later, a weather-worn case in ever-present hope, a question that's still as unanswered today as it was almost a year's worth of sunsets ago.
I never thought I'd be here a year later discussing this case.
There was so much early on, hot leads that had even investigators suspecting that the case's close was nearing. But eventually they fizzled back to these, that silver Chrysler Town & Country minivan, and the drawing of the driver, who we now know was seen putting something inside that back hatch out behind the gas station.
That sketch, that van, those still your two strongest leads in this case?
They still are. They're our only leads at this case. The driver of that van hasn't come forward to identify themselves, and we cannot figure out, who was driving the van and why they were at the store at that time.
It's been a taxing case on investigators that have logged more than 12,000 hours working to find Jessica Heeringa, and the officers get those questions all of the time. Have you found her?
I know it does bother some of our people. And in fact, the comment that's been made is every time someone asks me a question like that, I feel like a failure because we have not solved this case yet. And so it's just a constant reminder that we're failing in their mind.
Still today, police tell us the case has not moved from priority #1 at the Norton Shores Police Department.
This is not a cold case.
And despite the fact that Jessica nor her abductor have been found,
we know a lot more than what we did a year ago.
The hope here that the anniversary reinvigorates the tips from those who are undoubtedly out there somewhere that know something to bring this case to a close.
I'm hoping that tomorrow or later tonight I can call you to tell you that we have a suspect in custody. I mean, that's what our hope is, and that we found Jessica and we have her home.
So certainly still some optimism there from the police chief, though a lot of frustration that they haven't gotten that tip they need. They say they're working this case feverishly. They've served 33 search warrants, one of them as recently as a few weeks ago. But you've got to imagine this is a police department working a lot of cases, yet they still say this one is priority 1, not even slipping to the back burner.
And Leon, the police, they still believe that this was somebody that Jessica knew. Right. That's their best guess.
Right, and they get that because they say nothing was disturbed in that store.
Nothing was stolen.
Right.
$400 in her wallet and just a little trickle of blood.
Right, which just adds to the mystery behind this whole saga.
Yep. Yeah. Frustrations all over. Leon, thank you for your report tonight. We do want to let you know that coming up tonight on your 24-Hour News 8 at 10 and 11, we're talking with Jessica's family. We're talking with her friends, all of those in this community who are so anxious to find some sort of resolution, some answer as to what happened to her almost 1 year ago. Look for that again tonight on your 24-Hour News 8 at 10 and 11. Sue?
Well, Brian, you just get a really strong sense of everyone's frustration with this case. I mean, when you spoke with the grandmother just a short time ago, I mean, the family so needs some answers in this.
They're agonized, Sue, because you imagine it's been a year and we really don't have any more information than we did 12 months ago. And so for police, they're frustrated, as Leon showed in his story, but the family too. They're just in agony over what they feel now is Jessica's reputation being dragged through the mud somewhat with new revelations that come out.
Well, hopefully some new tips will be generated today. Brian, thank you.